Well, because the animal rights movement and the global warming movement cannot be separated. They have a huge overlap, in fact. And of course, I'm talking about the animal rights. I'm talking about the animal meat food industry.
Is that the only overlap?
No, certainly not. But that is the central overlap, because well, number one, the animal meat production industry pumps out a huge amount of greenhouse gas that contributes to global warming, and it will have overpowering consequences. By overpowering, I'm talking about really doing huge damage to the Earth's biodiversity, as well as to the quality of life of all species, including humans. And the cattle industry produces more greenhouse gases than the transportation industry. When we're talking about global warming, we usually talk about the transportation system. We talk about cars, we talk about planes, we talk about ships, but we almost never talk about the animal industry. And that adds new urgency to it, because cruelty. When we talk about cruelty, I mean, human beings have been doing cruel things for thousands of years, and we're likely not going to stop overnight. But we have to stop overnight because of global warming. And by overnight, I'm talking about in very short order. And in terms of having the world turn by and large vegetarian, we should be expecting several hundreds of years, but we don't have that time. So we have to shorten this time period into a much more compressed time frame, such as within dozens of years, I would think.
What about people who are concerned about wildlife in their own localities? Does global warming have an impact on that?
Global warming certainly will have impact on a lot of things. Let's say, for example, we talked about invasive species. When the global temperature rises, the tropical animals would tend to move north. The temperate animals would tend to move towards the subarctic. The tropical ones will tend to move into temperate zones. The plant species will be at their mercy. And so, for example, the local fauna and flora will be heavily impacted. For example, the pine beetle in British Columbia, as I just saw not just hours ago on this drive, it is devastating. Right now, things seem to be still fairly okay, but I don't think we're in the pine belt here. We're probably in the spruces or I can't tell when I'm driving through, but it is not pine that I can see. So it's still okay, but then there is spruce, for example. The spruce budworm could very easily.
How come there seems to be a lot of knowledge and not a lot of action?
Who says there's a lot of knowledge? Are you talking about just a few experts, or are you talking about the people in the street?
There's expert knowledge.
Yeah,
expert
definitely.
Knowledge is available.
Well, if the entire world, if every person on earth attains that knowledge, we would have no problem, none whatsoever, because we would take the right action.
Now we have an educated public. What's going on?
An educated public? Which country are you talking about?
Well, you tell me. Who's educated?
Well, you tell me. Which country
in North America, we think of ourselves as being very educated.
Oh yeah.
We have lots of opportunities to learn. We have a very low rate of illiteracy. So what's the problem? Do we know?
Well,
do
do you think that there was a problem?
Are people just ignoring?
Do you think there was a problem in terms of general public awareness of global warming?
No, I don't think there would be. Everybody I talk to knows about it.
I see. And what country are you in?
Right there. Just go forward a little bit. mention. Let's go forward just a little bit more. We can see his face a bit more. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Nice. I think we should go.
Keep filming.
Keep filming? Oh, okay.